We are driving to our new lease in Ohio. The deal is done. Super excited about it, and a little nervous and most excited today. John Collins is going to be meeting us. He's driving up from Kentucky. It's about a 5-hour drive from him, but he hasn't seen the ground yet. So hoping he likes what I picked. We'll see. I'm sure he'll let me know if he doesn't. But our goal today is we're going to go talk to the landowner for a little bit, and then we're going to get some soil samples. We're going to be putting some feeders out with some Big and J, and take some, like I said, hang some trail cameras, do a little bit of scouting, just look and see, just look around a little bit. But we'll be here for a few hours getting some stuff done. But it's the first trip, and next trip will be probably planting food plots and doing all that good stuff. But we got to get out here, get the soil samples, and start getting ready for season. It's the end of May, and we're behind the 8 ball a little bit, but we'll get caught up. So excited to get out here, excited for John to see the property and see what he thinks. Looky who's here. He just beat us. John Collins is in the house. I think he's pumped soon. Oh yeah. He's a little cranky. He put a new engine in his truck last night till about 1:30 in the morning, so you're gonna have to excuse him if he's a little cranky today.
That's much.
Good trip?
Pretty good trip.
Yeah. We're gonna go up and see the landowner here quick, introduce you to him, and then we'll get started.
Is this the
this is one of the places we can stay, and there's another place up by their house that they're fixing up that's really nice too. Okay. This is where Travis stays here when he comes out here.
Actually saw deer running right in front of me. Just
when we were here, there were deer coming when we were coming in.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, it's gonna be a warm day, but I'm excited for you to see it. I think you'll like it.
I already like it. Kind of reminds me of home. It's a lot like my area, Kentucky.
I told you.
Next county over is exactly like this.
Yeah.
Exactly
See, Kyle kept getting mad at me because I said it like 100 times. I said, "This reminds me of Kentucky. This reminds me of Kentucky," kind of as those rolling hills. All right, so what we're doing now is we got a little bit of a hike.
What we're doing right now is sweating.
It is hot
and muggy.
But there's rain coming, thank God. But we're gonna go back here, and John's got some Big and J BB squared. We're setting up a feeder. We're gonna take a soil sample.
Yep.
So we're gonna have our hands full. We're gonna have to make some trips because we can't get to right where we're going. But a little manual labor never hurt us, right?
Be good for us.
So this is that finger you've heard us talking about where we want to put a food plot, and we're gonna put a couple different things in here. But we get here today, and good grief, there's some beautiful looking clover in here. And one thing I hate is disking under a good looking clover plot. So probably gonna talk to the landowner, see if he can't just get back here and maybe mow the tops off this. There are some weeds. Looks like there's a little bit of weed control, and we'll see how it does throughout the summer. But we're gonna grab a soil sample anyway, because I know we're gonna put some kind of brassicas in here or something. So we're gonna grab a soil sample in here, and we're definitely gonna plant something, but I don't know if I'm gonna plow under all this good looking clover, that's for sure. The other thing I should say too is not only do we do soil samples for the food plots, you're gonna John talking about the Big and J and the feeder, and we're putting minerals in there. This is the time of the year, antlers are growing, the does are, they have their fawns. And one of the big things a soil sample does, it tells you what kind of minerals are in the ground. And that's gonna give you a better idea of maybe what specific minerals you wanna use that the deer might be lacking in this area. So soil samples are good not only for your food plots, but also your mineral needs as well. I'm gonna send this off to Whitetail Institute soil sample kits. If you're not soil sampling, you're missing the boat. Number one step. Right, Soup?
It's right here.
What we're doing now, we got some Moultrie feeder up here. This is a gravity style feeder. what we're doing is putting BB squared in here. BB squared is pretty much a complete feed. It's got a really nice aroma to it that travels out. Deer can smell it from a long ways off and it really draw them in. Full of protein, full of phosphorus, it's just a complete feed. Everything these, you know, this is made. Fawns are starting to hit the ground. These does really need, you know, the extra protein, all the extra feed to help with lactating, because they're going to be starting milking hard. They're actually feeding too. You know, they're feeding themselves and these fawns. Another thing is our bucks are starting to put on antlers. Like I said, this is a great complete feed for them. What we're going to do is actually, we're going to pour 1 bag of BB squared in here. We're going to mix this with corn, because that'll help this BB squared feed through this gravity style feeder. What I'll do is I'll pour a whole bag of BB squared in. Then I'm going to put some corn in there with it. I'm going to actually put my hand there and just mix it up. Another thing we got to do here is we got to actually condition these deer to this feeder. There's never been a feeder up in this area, so the deer don't even know what this is. You know, they'll walk out of the thicket and see this big old object out here in the field. It might spook them. So, you know, you got to condition them to come up here and want to feed out of it. We've actually spilt some BB squared out underneath each spout. And we're actually going to pour a bag out on the outskirts, you know, probably about 8-10 foot away. You know, when the deer start eating right there, get used to it and start craving it, they'll then come to this feeder and start eating our BB squared out of the feeder. And I'm telling you, that stuff smells awesome. So they're going to smell that from a long ways off. That scent really travels. I mean, it's got a really nice, sweet smelling aroma. If they come in here and start eating this, they'll key in on this feeder. We'll be good to go. Put our lid on. That's it.
See what kind of reception we have in Ohio. What do you think, John?
It'll work.
We are getting eat up by flies out here, but we've got our feeder set up. We got our BB squared in it, and now we're going to start a mineral site, just like we was talking about earlier. We've got does that are dropping fawns right now. This is the end of May going right into June, and they're craving salt. We're going to be putting out Big and J head rush mineral. It's got salt in there, of course, but plus it's got a lot of other stuff. It's got cobalt, it's got calcium, zinc, iron. This is really going to help those does out as they're starting to lactate, starting to milk for those fawns. And another thing is, we got bucks in here, or hopefully we've got bucks. This is the first time to this place. Bucks are growing antlers now pretty good. They're starting to branch out a little bit. This is really going to help them get a head start as well. What I like to do when I put my minerals out is I like to rake away all the dead leaves, sticks, and all that kind of stuff, expose the dirt. And then I actually like to loosen the dirt up just a little bit. Get a good spot prepared for this head rush mineral. And just like our BB squared, this Big and J head rush mineral's got a really nice aroma to it. Deer come through here, they're going to find it pretty quick. Smells really good, and once they get started on it, I look for them to really tear this side up. We're going to put a camera up and see what we got around here. Get this set up on our mineral right here and see what kind of pictures we get. I'm pretty excited to see what we come up with.
We're sweaty, it's hot, but man, man, we got a lot done. We get a couple feeders put up.
You got a couple feeders, and we got 140 acres here, so we got 2 mineral sites out as well.
Yeah,
that's probably about right for 140 acres.
Yeah, and give us an inventory. We set up trail cameras too, so we'll start seeing what's running around. When you live 5 hours away, I live 3 hours away, so having the cell cams that send right to our phone give us an idea. We didn't see a ton of deer sign though, you know, like here we got some good trails in here, but I'm confident. I mean, this is the #1 deer harvest county in the state.
Well,
so.
you know, that's the reason we come in here and started scouting. You know, getting some feed out, got BB squared out, got some head rush mineral out, got our, like you said, cell cameras.
Yep.
I mean, that's how you come in here and find, you know, that's how you come to a place and find out if you've got deer. You got to start scouting, and this is a starting point.
Yeah, and I think our next trip, we talked about this a little bit, is going to be a lot of boots on the ground. Coming out, looking, you know, hopefully we have an idea what's running around, and then it's going to be really kind of finding trails, maybe setting some stands and stuff next time. You know, we're gonna, I got soil samples as well. So we're gonna plant at least 1 food plot, maybe 2 or 3, we don't know yet. I'm waiting till we get the soil samples back. So the next trip will be kind of food plot, getting more serious about finding where we want to put some stands and doing a little bit more boots on the ground. But man, good first day. I'm excited.
I am too. I am too. I'm looking forward to see what these cameras turn up.
Yep, me too. So thanks for joining us.